This is Nami. Today I'm going to show you how to create this spring butterfly card. And look how cute that is. So easy to do. I'm going to show you step by step on how to do it. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is take one of DeNami white cardstock, fold it in half. And what I like about this cardstock is it's thin enough to fold and to use your fingernail, but also thick enough so it could be a standalone card. So now I'm going to take our pearlescent paper that we have. It's the aqua. And then I'm just going to cover just the one panel, not the front and back, just the front. So I made a little notch with my fingernail, if you're wondering what I did just there. And then I'm just going to trim this off. So this is enough to cover this front. So with one sheet of paper I can do 2 cards. So now I'm going to take this next color, which is the a lime green. I'm going to create a little frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how much of the aqua I want sticking out. So I want it about that thickness. So I'm going to notch it right here, and I'm going to fold it right here just so the notch is more pronounced. And I'm just going to use my paper trimmer to cut it off. So I don't like to do a lot of measuring. So you could, you know, if you want 1/4 of an inch all the way around, that means you're going to have to measure this and remove 1/2 inch. But that's, you know, that's a lot of math to use for just a card. So, and since we're visual people, just seeing what it looks like is probably easier for us anyway. So here now you've got a cute little frame right there, very easy to do, and it looks perfect. So then same thing here, I'm going to do this one. This time I want just a tiny little frame. So I'm going to do the same thing with my fingernail. Notch it here, notch it there. But I want 2 panels, so I'm going to do one at a time because this blade's not long enough to go through 2 layers and also not sharp enough to really cut through both. So doing it this way enables me to do that. So now I'm going to do the same thing again. But you can notch it if you want, just so you don't have to put it through 2 layers. Just make sure you could see your notches. Once again here, and then one more here. Very easy to do. Now I've got 2 exactly the same size panels. So now let's put these aside. And let's get started. Okay, so now I'm just going to have these 2 panels here. I'm going to take the Brilliance ink pads. We have these on our website right here. I'm going to use 5 of them, but you only need to really use 3. So I'm just going to take off the lids here and just get them all ready. If you're doing a series of cards, this card can go very quickly. So what you're going to do is just start with whatever color you want at the top and angle it, and then use a little towel and clean it off in between, and then just keep angling it to cascade it all the way down. Look how cute that looks. And then here's one more blue. Look how cute that is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to block this off just with scrap pieces of paper like that and like that. You could be a little more precise if you want, but in this case it doesn't really have to be. So then I'm just going to take my polka dot background right here, making sure it's cleaned off so I can use it. I'm just going to ink it up with this aqua color. It's called Jade. Like that. And then when you remove it, you have it right on the background. Look how cute that is. Super easy. And then now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut through just this whole edge. I'm doing rounded cuts so that it looks like it almost gives it the illusion of a die cut. Just like that. All right, and then what I'm going to do is make sure that every single butterfly, I actually have a cut right to the center. So you want to make sure every single butterfly has a little cut going right to the middle, and you'll see why in just. This is going to be my underlayer right here. Because only half of it's showing, I only need to stamp that other half. I'm just going to take this orchid color. And just stamp it right across there. And see that when you layer them together, you've got a full panel. So now I'm just going to fold the butterflies, and see, this is why I wanted the butterflies to have a little notch right up to the center of the butterfly, so you could fold them in half. If you don't, then you won't be able to fold them like this. So now they look like they're fluttering. Really easy. It's a great way for it to look like it has dimension. Now you're just going to attach them together using this ATG gun that we have on our website. This is the best adhesive ever. Not only is it economical, but it's also very versatile. You can use it on fabrics, you can use it with ribbons, with buttons to make your own embellishments. You could also remove it. So if you rub it off just like rubber cement, it can be removed. So now I'm going to layer these together. So right here I'm going to take this and attach them one by one, just like I had mentioned. This is going to be my top, or my bottom layer here. Then I'm going to do the next layer here. And these ones you can do at an angle if you want, but I'm just going to make them straight because I like them straight. And then final layer right here. Look how easy that is. You can do these very quickly. So now I'm going to stamp the message. I'm using VersaFine Smoky Gray, and this is a really cute stamp, spring greetings. Since it just turned spring here, I'm going to stamp it right here, like that. Now I'm going to add a little accent color right here to the flowers, or flower. There's only one flower here. And then the leaves and the stem here. Okay. And now the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add glitter. So here I'm going to take the Quickie glue pen, which we have on our website, and one by one I'm going to cover the whole butterfly, each of them. This is the purple one right at the very top. So I'm just going to take my Lavender Frost glitter right here. It has a little lavender, very light lavender tint to it. Tap off the excess. And then make sure you put it right back in the bottle because you don't want to cross-contaminate them. And so the next one I'm going to do is this light green, like a lime. So I'm going to do the lime sherbet glitter that we have. I love this glitter because it's so forgiving, because even if you don't get in the exact spot, you see right through it. But it adds its accent. Look how pretty that is. Okay, put it right back in there. And don't be afraid to be generous with sprinkling it on, because it's going right back in the bottle. So some of you, I know you tend to be very careful because you don't want to get in the wrong spot, but you really don't have to. You just dump it over the whole thing because you want to make sure you catch it before the glue dries. So there is a reason why you want to be really generous that way. And then just notice I'm really flicking it off because I don't want to have any loose glitter still on there if there's no adhesive keeping it in place, because what will happen is it's going to flake off anyway later on if there's no adhesive to hold it down. So might as well get it off now. So now I'm going to do the lemon sorbet right here. It's kind of a yellowish green. Tap off the excess, pour that back in. And then the final one is blue ice. I'm going to put that on there. The neat thing about the Brilliance ink pads is it has a pearlescent sheen to it. So it really stands up against this if you didn't want to add any glitter to it. But I love the glitter. That's my favorite thing to do. And look at that. If this was put in an envelope, these are going to flatten out, because they're going to be, like that, and people won't even know that there's some dimension to it. So I'm going to take this foam tape, just break off a little bit and just peel it off, and then put it underneath each butterfly, or each wing, I'm sorry. And I'm going to do 2 layers worth. See, I put 2 layers of tiny bits of foam tape right there, so that it won't, no matter how hard you push, it's not going to go flat. And you can even do some closer to the edge of the wing and some closer to the body, so it'll give it different heights. The closer you get to the body, the more height you're going to get, because it's just has that angle going right here. Look how cool that is. So easy. And what a nice card to just send out, and imagine getting it. Look how pretty that is. Super easy and really cute. So here are the other cards that I made. This is my duplicate one. But here's one I did with lavender. And here's one I did using markers on the butterfly. And I also have a scallop, a rectangle that you can add to the message too. This one's a little bit more complicated because I had to do several colors of markers, so it took longer to do, and it just has more of a watercolor to look to it. But also you can do this butterfly half and half. So if you just take a little tip of the wing, like, you know, one color on one side and then another color on the other ink, you can do, you know, two different colors. So anyway, I hope you like this. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Also click on the little bell that you see on there if you're on YouTube right now. You'll get notification next time I do a video. I'm going to post this on our blog too, so be sure to visit the blog. We've got lots and lots of ideas on there, whether they're in video form or pictures and tutorials. So anyway, be sure to also like us on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Twitter, so be sure to check it out. Thanks so much, and see you. Be sure to visit the website for all the supplies that you might need. And thanks again for tuning in. See you next time. Bye.